Between the prayer and the miracle, between the dust and the breaking bone, and all the pain of the unresolved, I will worship you, I will worship you.
There was a woman in scriptures in Mark chapter 14, and Jesus says of her, "She has done a beautiful thing to me." Now it is possible that we have all read this story in Mark chapter 14. Her story is sandwiched between two things. In verse 2, the Pharisees are trying to kill Jesus. And in verse 10, Judas goes out to betray Jesus. But something about this woman's worship and love for the Lord strikes my heart and moves my heart. And the first thing is that she went to a house that was not hers. I mean, the presence of Jesus was more important to her than protocol. The value of Jesus in our lives can be determined by whether or not we allow people to distract us from him. Now, if we live our lives fully concerned and focused on what people think of us, we may never come to Jesus as we should. Now, there's something about people also who come to Jesus Christ, who love Jesus Christ without being concerned about what people think of them. And there are people who follow Jesus because of their consciousness of people's opinion. They follow with the intention to impress people, to get the validation of men. And they will never be able to be fully focused on Jesus Christ. And this is what makes for a distracted life. To be distracted from Jesus Christ is to live a distracted life. Friends, the second thing about this woman's love and worship is that she's an opportunist in her desire and her pursuit. She waits for the time to come to him. She doesn't come to him while he's still talking or teaching. She doesn't want to come in the way of what Jesus is doing. She doesn't come while he's eating. She waits for when he reclines at the table. The moment she saw that opportunity, she took it. And this represents a heart with such deep love for Jesus Christ that looks for opportunities to be with him, to love him, to pour oil on him. And today for you and I, as we look at our daily routines, sometimes we can be so busy with the cares of life that we miss the opening and the opportunities to pour our oil on him. How can there be room in your heart for Jesus Christ, yet not room for him in the 24 hours that he has gifted you daily? Friends, to live life without giving God time is like buying a new house and forgetting the road that leads to the house that you have just bought. Something about this woman's worship is so beautiful that it strikes the heart and moves the heart. And Jesus says of her, "She has done a beautiful thing to me." Have a blessed day, friends. God, only you. And in everything you are worthy. In everything you are worthy. Oh, I know. In everything